Hello there, Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time here with me. If you like what you see, please click on that thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button and make sure notifications are turned on. All right, today's reading is going to be about messages from either an ancestor or a departed loved one that you were close to in this lifetime. I will attempt to get a basic description of this person by picking an archetype card from this deck and speaking about the characteristics that you can either relate to, or if it's further along the ancestry line, an ancestor, it'll be a representation of the ancestor that's coming through and so has something to say to you. All right, Spirit, please bring forth an ancestor or departed loved one for Sagittarius who wants to speak about something important, urgent, or just has something that they need to say. All right, we have Avenger. The light attributes are desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. The shadow attribute is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Okay. All right, so this person was definitely an avenger and was, I feel like this person was a righteous person and did so according to their religious and or spiritual beliefs that people need saving. I feel like my initial impression is someone who is very Christian, very Catholic, maybe very strong in that religious, organized religion on the Christ part of that scale. So I don't, meaning more Christian or non-denominational or Catholic versus like Jewish or Muslim, because they all kind of share some of the same attributes or a history. But so I feel like it's more of the Christian, and they were a righteous person, and they were a person, I think they were a clergy of the church. They were very much into saving the world, saving people, doing what's right by their religious beliefs. Now, I don't think that they ever resorted to violence in the name of a cause, but I do believe that in order to get things done or in order to get people to convert, they may have done some shady type of things in their lifetime, and they want to kind of make up for that. And that's why they're here to talk to you. All right, what else would you like to talk about, ancestor or departed loved one, to your Sagittarius descendant? What subject or circumstance or situation do you want to talk about? What's important for Sagittarius to know? Oops. Well, I guess those are it. All right, we have Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. And Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay. Okay. So what I'm getting here is there's some reason why you're distant or aloof, you're guarded, and this ancestor says to stop. You don't have to be this way. There's so much you can enjoy. You can enjoy so much growth and reap the rewards of being more open with yourself, with others, letting others in, showing that you care for others, having compassion and empathy. But for some reason, you've locked yourself off from that. And it doesn't feel like you've always been this way. So it feels like something happened, some kind of event that happened that started, maybe there was one thing earlier on in your life that started closing the door, and then you had other experiences as you've gone through life that you're pretty closed off currently as of this time. But you're struggling with that, and I think your ancestor or departed loved one wants to help you with that too. There is a sense of the reason why you've shut off or closed off is because there was no justice to something that happened to you, or like I said, multiple things that added up over time. Doesn't seem fair, doesn't seem right. There's no one that's been able to help you. You haven't been able to help yourself out of the situation, so you just kind of shut down. And this ancestor is like, no, we've got to make this right. We're going to do something about this, and they want to encourage you. And if you're feeling that sense like you need to do something about this, that's probably your ancestor or loved one that's coming in and kind of feeling that fire a little bit, because this person has that righteousness of justice needs to be served, and that kind of thing. So there's a little bit of for lack of a better word, there's a little bit of an immaturity in that sensation that I'm getting, in that feeling. They just want to be righteous, and they just want to exact, they want to avenge what's happened to you. And I think in this process of wanting to help you and you working through your stuff, that they're going to learn something, and it'll help heal an aspect of them that they couldn't heal in their life when they were alive. At least I think that's something like that. But okay, let's get some more information. All right, ancestor or loved one. What can you tell them? Tell Sagittarius about the situation, what to do, how to feel, how to act, or how to process. Let's get some clarification. What else do they need to know? Life between lives. And third eye. So this is the third eye chakra. If you don't know anything about chakras, definitely look that up. This chakra is between the eyebrows, a little bit above the eyebrows and the forehead, and it has to do with psychic vision. It's possible with this life between lives. I feel like this is where your ancestor is coming from. This is they still want to right some kind of wrong, so they haven't like fully moved on, so they're kind of in this place. I think it has to do with, like I said earlier, this immaturity of having to exact vengeance on something somewhere. They feel like they're going to get their satisfaction through you and helping you with whatever is bothering you or upsetting you in this lifetime. I believe that there is a connection between you and this person. I believe maybe you have seen them. Maybe you've had dreams about them. And I think it's like a confusing type of thing, because it is like you can sense that they are a good person and they want good things, but there's something about their actions or their attitude or their demeanor that keeps them from doing what it is that they need to do, or they're trying to help you out, and you're shielded, you're guarded, so they're not able to help, and it's confusing you because you're like, okay, why am I dreaming about this person, or why do these ideas or thoughts keep coming into my head when I know I can't do anything about this or that, or it's like you've given up, and they're like fighting more strongly, harder for you because you've given up, because they want you to enjoy growth and reap the rewards of this lifetime. Because when they lived, they thought they were growing and reaping rewards, and they were on some level, but they didn't get out of life what they really wanted or really thought they could get out of life by being righteous and being a messenger of God or a messenger of their religion or a warrior for their cause. That kind of bringing justice to the world, and they didn't get out of life what they really, really wanted or thought they could. And somehow that is connected to you and being kind of shut off from things, even though they're still trying to come through in your dreams or your visions. And they don't want you to be in this kind of caught in this life between lives, like they are, because they do have a sense of they know they're not where they need to be, and that's why they have such a desire to really right wrong things, because that's what they think is the way to get them to the next level, and they want to do that through you. All right, what else is there for Sagittarius to know? What hidden things or hidden influences or obstacles lie in the way? What else does your descendant Sag need to know? The Two of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Chariot, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. This is quite a burden you carry. And you're going back and forth about how to deal with it. But really, you are still pretty darn guarded. Now, we have the Emperor and the Chariot. They're both kind of in thrones, but the Chariot moves, right? It moves through a crowd and shows themselves. It has recognition. The Emperor is more about ruling justly and carefully and with integrity and loyalty and love from his followers. He's not a cruel leader. And I want to say that you have these aspects about yourself of being a really good, honest leader. That's where your ancestor is connecting with you, because they felt the same way. They were a leader, a great leader, and they paraded themselves through town or through crowds of people because they were higher up, they were a level up, they were righteous and spiritual. And I feel like these aspects are a part of you, but they're also hidden away. That's part of what you're shielding. I don't know if you've been hurt because of this, because maybe you displayed some of this and people have knocked you back down. However, it is still necessary and for your growth to be generous with not just your money, but any assets, any valuables, but also value emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Share with other people these things that you know or have or dealt with, or you have this third eye. This third eye is being activated, and you're something special, and you have something to put out there in the world. And there's some, you drop your shit. You have protection. You have this ancestor, and you have other beings around you that help you out. And I think maybe you've caught glimpses of them, or you're aware of them on some level. You can stop going back and forth about how to deal with this or what to do, because it's just time to be the leader that you're meant to be. And if you need to be recognized, then that's okay too. Some people will have a negative aspect. Some people might want to take advantage of your generosity, whether that be emotional generosity, mental, spiritual, just energetic responsibility, or energetic generosity. And your ancestor understands that it's a burden. It's a great burden. They've had this burden. Being a leader, being seen, being open to mockery or judgment or criticism, you know, that kind of thing. Yes, it's a heavy burden. It's hard to be a leader, but this is where you're meant to be. This is something that is for you, and this is something that your ancestor wants for you as well. And somehow that is the justice that brings about that sense of satisfaction for them, for you. I think as a leader, you'll be able to do something about things that happen to other people in your life. I mean, you can't do anything about what happened to you up to this point, right? The past is the past. But owning your own authority and leadership capabilities, I think you can help others deal with certain things, certain trials and you know, fears and all these kinds of things that happen in life. There's something about you that people can look up to, people can learn from. You're generous with your time, your energy, possibly money if you have the money. But they're acknowledging that it is a burden. Now, having responsibility is a burden, right? But it doesn't have to be negative. Like, okay, we all live, we need to work, we need to pay our bills, we need to feed ourselves, we need to make sure we have clothes, right? Those are responsibilities that are burdens, but on an average day-to-day basis, it doesn't feel like it's like it's something you can't handle. And that's what I feel like this is about. This leadership, dealing with judgment or dealing with ungrateful people, that kind of thing, is a burden, but it's not beyond you. It's not something you can't do or handle or capable of dealing with. And this ancestor also agrees, and somehow that is the justice that they're looking for, the righteousness that by helping you help right other people's wrongs. Somehow that's all connected, but the only way you can do that without going more negative is to be okay with yourself first and okay with your past, and know that you're helping others, not because you're trying to justify your past, which I feel like your ancestor, in a way, and that's where the immaturity comes in. Thinking I feel like this person still has a little bit to learn, but you are the one that's going to help them mature. Because you're mature. You have an understanding that they don't. But you're just going to be struggling with that a little bit longer, okay? Yeah. All right, final messages for Sagittarius. What last words of advice do you have, ancestor or departed loved one, for your Sagittarius descendant? Make the sacrifice. And show that you care. Okay. So this is what you're going back and forth about. There's some kind of sacrifice if you move forward in this direction. You sacrifice your shields, right? You sacrifice your protection or your perceived protection, because you are spiritually protected anyway. I feel like someone who is like a leader higher up, you're not supposed to show emotions, right? You're not supposed to show that you care. You're supposed to be a distant, separate leader that doesn't have emotions either way. If if you were to be a judge in a courtroom, right? You can't have feelings about this or that. You just know the law and you keep it logical and rational. However, that's part of the shields that you have, and that's part of the distance that I was talking about. So softening up, showing that you care, make the sacrifice of letting things land as they do, letting things happen the way they are, knowing that there's going to be ridicule, there's going to be people that judge, as you claim your power, claim your leadership and your authority and your ability to help others. There is a sacrifice of I don't know what the word is, because this is kind of, like I said, it's a burden. To help get you out of this, show that you care, and you can enjoy growth and reap rewards. And even if you do find yourself in a position of being an authority and carrying that burden, you can still show you care. You can still be close and warm and not so distant and aloof, because you're trying to protect yourself or you're trying to protect others in that regard. So your ancestor or departed loved one is by your side, willing to help you out, and also is going to learn a thing or two from you, how you handle all of this and how you proceed. All right, I think that's all the messages I have for you, Sagittarius. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.